A 25-foot ladder is placed against the vertical wall of a building with the bottom of the ladder standing on concrete 7 feet from the base of the building. If the top of the ladder slips down 4 feet, then the bottom of the ladder will slide out how many feet? Before the slip was made, a right triangle is formed with the length of the ladder being 25 feet and the distance away from the building being 7 feet. So you could use the Pythagorean theorem to find out how high up the building that ladder was placed. Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. In a right triangle, the sum of the squares of the legs, a and b, is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, c. In a right triangle, the hypotenuse is the side across from the right angle. In this case, the hypotenuse is 25. So with that hypotenuse being 25, that's going to go into the Pythagorean theorem as c. The 7 could go in as either a or b. It doesn't matter. It's just one of the legs. I'm going to put that in as b. So we have a squared plus 7 squared equals 25 squared. If you solve this for a, you're finding out how high up that building the ladder was placed. Square the 7, that's 49. Square the 25, it's 625. Subtract 49 from each side. You have a squared equals 576. Then take the square root of each side. Square root of 576 is 24. So a equals 24. That ladder was placed 24 feet up that building. That's before the slip. Now it did slip down 4 feet. So after the slip, the length of the ladder doesn't change. That's still 25. But the height up the building changes. It went from 24 feet, slipped down 4 feet. So the height up the building is 20 feet. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem again to find out how far away from the building that ladder is. So with the Pythagorean theorem, again, that's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That 25, again, is the hypotenuse. It's going to go in as c. And that 20 could go in as either a or b. It doesn't matter. It's just one of the legs. I'm going to put that in as b. So we have a squared plus 20 squared equals 25 squared. Square that 20, it's 400. Square the 25, it's 625. Subtract 400 from each side. Get a squared equals 225. And take the square root of each side, a equals 15. So the distance the ladder is away from the building after the slip is 15. The distance the ladder was away from the building before the slip was 7. So the difference between those two is the distance of the slide that it made. So just take 15 minus 7. Of course, that is going to be 8. So that ladder slid 8 feet. And that is letter E.